All right. Oh, here we go. We're live.
Okay.
I'm Dan.
I'm Deanna, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the Twin Flame Ascension School class, Sunday 7, number 68, the horrible effects of too much discipline and how to avoid them once and for all. That's the class that Dan's on. He's only halfway through, but there was enough juice in it but he had some talking points that he wanted to share.
Yeah, I haven't necessarily planned, but I mean, this is a very rich class, and it's actually where I'm at, and I'm only about halfway through the class. I'm not sure, it hasn't even gotten to this point where it talks about that topic yet.
Take a break. It's okay.
No, that's why it's so good. It's rich. So I'm going to first begin by presenting the question that Jeff offers, because I realized the answer didn't pop into my head. He's talking to Amanda, who's one of the students who is on the verge of harmonious union in the class, is what he's saying.
I'm getting emotional. Sorry. I'm like having an authentic reaction right now.
And he stops and he says,
sorry. On the cusp of harmonious union is like a big deal.
It's a very big deal.
Vibrationally. That's why he had to take a break and like feel his feelings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he asks, and I'm going to present the same thing here. Because Deanna, I was watching this by myself. Deanna was not watching the class with me.
I have seen the class before, though.
So
many times.
I'm going to pretend you're Amanda. So Deanna, you are on the verge of harmonious union. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Because I love God.
That's exactly what Amanda answered. This is great. And Jeff goes, yes. But why are you on the verge? Why are you almost on the verge of harmonious union?
The verse is in it?
Well, because in this class, there's...
Don't shame me. I wasn't the one watching this class recently. It's just in my repertoire.
Oh, no, and there's nothing, because, literally, these classes are so rich, you could have cycled through them 10 times.
What's your question?
Why are you almost on the verge of harmonious union?
Well, I already answered that. Because I love God.
But you're actually not...
Versus being in it. Being in it.
No, actually, that's not what the question's about. It's actually about why Amanda's on the verge of harmonious union, no one else in the class is. Or not really that, but what is enabling her to come into harmonious union? What is enabling?
Recognizing that it comes through Jeff and Shalia.
Oh. Yes, well, this is coming from...
You can't...
She's really studied the teaching. She got there a lot faster than
I haven't seen this specific class recently, but obviously it's in my repertoire. I've seen it multiple times. Basically, you can't... It's basically if someone drives you from point A to point B and you deny or try to cut out of the picture who brought you there, you're only cheating yourself out of your own understanding. Because Jeff and Shalia brought harmonious union to the planet. It's if someone discovered the cure for cancer or something, you need to honor who channeled it, who brought it forth from God or source or the universe.
Mm-hmm. Because that relationship is everything. And she said, and he made it very clear on many levels. He's not making this point to aggrandize him and Jeff and Shalia. It's actually for Amanda's benefit that he's emphasizing this point, and of course for anybody's benefit. But this...
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, it's just emotional, because it's just it's one of those... It's one of those things, Have you ever seen this class before?
Yes.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean... But no,
it can hit you differently,
Well, I just didn't remember the answer. I mean, that's why I'm someone I need to watch classes over and over.
Well, everyone does, but, I'm just emotional because, I don't know, the way he's a Gemini. He has a way with words. I really appreciate hearing people talk about the classes and like.
Yeah. I mean, it's our purpose. It's our purpose to share this work because
We've been sad.
Well, and that was actually so
because we're not sharing the teaching. So we're gonna go ahead and start sharing it.
Yes.
Starting meow.
Did you say meow? Sorry.
Right meow.
Sorry.
Definitely don't edit this video at all. Put it up like as
I won't.
is. Like don't even cut anything out because
no.
like this is great.
No, I have no need to edit, but
your battery's running low.
Let me fix that. I've got the solution. It's called my plug-in right here.
Can we still film if it's like plugging in?
Yes.
Or is it going to drain the battery too fast? Should we take a break?
No, it doesn't matter at all. No, once it's plugged in, it's totally fine. But that was actually a class I watched not too far. Not to diverge too much, but he did talk about how like literally the point of your life is to live your purpose. And literally, if you're not living your purpose, like, what are you doing? Like that is your joy. That is everything to you in truth.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
I'm gonna go a little deep.
Okay.
If anyone's been following my personal spiritual journey recently, I've been extremely depressed. And it's for one reason only, and it's because I haven't been living my life purpose. And my life purpose is the teachings of union. And it doesn't matter like where I'm at on my journey. I just gotta share. So that's what we're doing. We're like, fuck it. Oh.
It's okay. You can just be yourself. Yeah.
Can I say more things or do you need to say more things?
You may.
Well, you and I just have such a special like relationship. Like, it's like my guardian angel. You can go ahead and talk.
I mean,
so when we came into Harmonious Union, who blessed us with it?
It was Jeff, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It didn't come from some other weird, random external source.
Yes, and that's something. Of course, I mean, we're in the process of working, back to that state.
We did fall out of Harmonious Union,
yes.
And I believed that Dan might have been even a false twin flame very recently, but like, we're just healing.
Yeah.
So this morning, I woke up and one of the first things that happened, why haven't we been doing this the whole time? What the actual bleep?
Yes.
I mean, we filmed plenty of videos like in the past few years, but number one, I deleted a lot of them when I went crazy last fall. And number two, thank you.
I'm glad we're here now.
Do you see this? Every time I try to like berate myself for anything, he's like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, this is the most compassionate man I've ever met in my life.
Well, I love you. And I just love you.
I can't right now. Okay. Damn, what in the fuck? I did not expect this.
I know.
So I woke up this morning. Is there tissue anywhere?
I can get you one.
Oh my god! I'm spontaneously combusting. I woke up this morning and the first thing that happened was I had a notification on my phone. Now, the notification was from Instagram, and it said like something something the giver started following you. And I instantly knew what God was saying, and it relates perfectly to the class you're watching and like what's trying to come through in our personal experience of relationship with God and our study of the teachings of union that Jeff and Shlee gave. Um, 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 what's coming through right now is that you have to honor the giver of any gift. You can't just honor the gift. You can't just be there for the gift. You have to honor the giver. Mm-hmm. And that could be anything. That could be your grandma gives you like the new Taylor Swift CD, Tortured Poets Department. If you just grab this CD and you fixate on that and you don't acknowledge the relationship with your grandma who channeled the divine on behalf of you to bless you with that loving gift, that's not really a very good relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're putting it very well. And I think it's, I want to just bring up some more points from the class that, Jeff and Shlee are really stressed in their equality to all people. He's like, it's not because we are different. We're absolutely the same in that we're all, we're a child of God, just like you are.
They always told us that they were just like elder brother and sister guiding us. They were always going to be a couple steps ahead of us.
Right.
But that we were equal, and that they only ever gave this teaching because they wanted everyone else to have it too. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to hoard it.
And they talked about, even though we're all equal, we all have a unique purpose. And their unique purpose is to be the catalyst, the Christ, we're all called to be the Christ, but they were called to be the catalyst for everyone else.
The spark.
The spark. And it's important to honor that because they are where the ascension begins. But as we all like tap into that energy, what they said is, go ahead. Well, I'll finish this point. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We got a Gemini and a Sagittarius here, so you can imagine what we go through on a daily basis. But it's good. It's okay.
Yeah, it's good.
When you say they brought the ascension, that's not true.
Right.
So the ascension's been going on since the beginning of time.
Right.
However, Jeff and Shlee brought Harmonious Twin Flame Union, and they came here to offer the not the final, but to tie everything together that all the other ascended masters did, and lay one of the final pieces, which is Harmonious Union with your true twin flame. And then as people attain that more and more, then they can give higher and higher teachings. And maybe other ascended masters could potentially even come back to Earth if we, depending on just how fast or slow the planet at its current time integrates this new teaching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think, thank you. That was very, very well put. And yes, and they really emphasize that everyone is basically, as they're catalyzed, everyone has a big purpose. So their point is, they're revealing themselves and their purpose, but it's so everyone can awaken to their purpose.
Don't. And great.
It's everyone awakening to their purpose. They know that they also can't do it without everybody else, but everyone's part needs to be honored. So you honor everyone. And so Jeff and Shlea's part is, you put it very well, bringing harmonious union to the planet, and of course many other
no one else has brought that teaching to the planet.
Mm-hmm.
No one. And it's safe to understand that. It doesn't mean anything bad's gonna happen to you. It's
and if you're new to harmonious union, it's much more than I find the love of my life, although that's a huge part of it. It's truly coming home to God. And because you were created at the very beginning of your creation with your beloved.
Are we going to trigger people?
Oh, well.
It's okay. We have a very particular niche we've discovered. We can't be anything other than who we are. We tried. It doesn't work.
And I'm really glad that we're speaking from the teaching. Like, I recognize that, like, I'm in a process of purifying my consciousness, and I'm just speaking from where I'm at now, and that's okay. Um, but what I'm expressing is, as the process they teach you is a process of returning to love, returning to God, in every way, in every part of your consciousness, and really, that's returning to your origin. That's how you were created. And as you return to your origin, that's where you find your beloved, because that's who you were created with. And that's why they can guarantee through their work.
I'm sorry.
That's how they can guarantee that you will come into harmonious union through their work, because that, as you return to love, that's who you will find there.
I'm done for. I'm a piece of toast.
And I guess, I just want to say that it's a deep inner journey, and for myself, I can't do it without the classes.
No.
Even with where we are.
No one can.
And we're doing a lot of healing work to heal a lot of elements of our life, but God has given us access to the classes, and I'm so grateful.
I just want to say, for anyone watching, that's literally like our lifestyle. It's like a lifestyle choice. We work, we clean our apartment, we take care of ourselves and our health and our hygiene, and we like take recreational trips as we feel called to, and like hike and stuff. But like, our day-to-day reality is centered around healing work and studying these classes, and whatever comes up. And like, that's just it's always been our lifestyle since you moved to Wisconsin. And like, we haven't shared a lot of it for various reasons, but like, we feel like God is asking us to share more now.
And honestly, I think
because we do live this lifestyle.
Yes. And honestly, I feel the reason why I'm able to do this, I'll speak for myself, is because almost really for the first time for myself, I've really put the teaching at the center, which means watching the classes. For me,
you've always
I have, but in a new way, I should say.
Always going deeper.
Always. No, that is this journey. You will always go deeper.
It's just like the Bible. It was written how many years ago?
Yeah. Well, elements of it between 2,000 and 6,000 probably.
And people still, are inspired today. It's the same thing with.
Yes, the teaching's an attunement, and when it's this, like, it is the teaching gives you basically the essence of God and truth and love, in all the classes just unfolding, which attunes you to that vibration, and your whole reality shifts. And I literally know that, like, as Deanna and I choose to go deeper in this, like, our reality is only going to get better and better. The truth is, when you perfectly apply the teaching, you get perfect results. Like, the quality of your results is directly correlated to how deeply you've chosen to go into the teaching, because it is a perfect system, actually. And I can say the more perfectly that I attune, the more perfect I find my results to be. And there's no judgment on this. It's just to know that this amazing gift is available, and you get to use it as you feel led and called. Yes.
Based on, we should have maybe made this a couple different videos. But,
well, that's okay. I can only do 30 minutes. So that'll limit us.
We should probably cap it soon, because no one probably wants to watch any longer than this anyway. Based on, like, so you're an eternal being, right? And you've had many, many, many past lives. And everybody on the planet has had a bunch of different past lives. So you could have, like, been in massive poverty in your past life, or been like a nun or priest in your past life, or been through like massive trauma in your past life, or like you could have had a really nice, wealthy past life. And so, one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot is how special it is watching anyone's breakthrough, no matter how insignificant it might seem.
Mm.
Because it's them taking in this brand new teaching and filtering it through their personal consciousness of their past lives. And like, if you're taking in this teaching in any way, you should be sharing it all the time, because there's nothing more important happening on the planet right now. Even if you just found one YouTube video by a student or Jeff and Shalia, tell somebody what it made you feel. Unless you're not called to. I don't mean to push. You don't want to ever overshare, do anything you're not comfortable with. But I guess what I'm saying is like everyone's come so far, and there's also still so much more to go. But like every step is important. So it's safe to like chronicle it in whatever way you feel called, if you feel called.
And I like what you said. And I have a balance to that. The teaching is extremely powerful. And I'm speaking from my personal experience. Like when I first encountered it, I knew God had led me to it. And yet I was so frequently triggered and challenged that I really had to do a lot of deep inner work. So whatever impact the teaching has, just honor your personal process with it. Some people need to really marinate in it. Like I really had to marinate it for a while to understand really what it meant for me before I could really begin sharing it, for example. And so, but everyone will have their own process. I think Deanna came out the chute, and that's perfect. That's perfect for her. She, there's not a wrong way, but it's about doing it with God and what's right for you.
Yes. Listen to Dan, because I'm an unhinged fire sign at times.
Well, it's great. I mean, Deanna, you started with an incredible amount of passion from the get-go, and that's
what you started with.
Well,
I don't still have it.
I'm not saying, and you've never lost it. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about your how you began and your journey was.
Should we wrap up?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm cool with this too, because the fact is we haven't done a video together for a long time, so it's okay that we have things to share. As we kind of meld and gel and all that stuff, like we'll find a balance with these videos. But it just feels so good to be together and sharing. And
so you can find the Twin Flame Essential School classes that we're talking about on twinflamesuniverse.com.
Yeah, that's great. So we'll conclude there, but I'm sure we'll be making more videos in the future.
Thanks for watching.
Bye now.